What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Sobacksports podcast. And we're so back with another episode. And we have officially made it, ladies and gentlemen. We are officially in playoff mode. The first time in the channel that we're covering the playoffs. So this is a very monumental occasion. We obviously have ourselves a special guest down below us. Do you want to take some time to introduce yourself?
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me, guys. My name is Bear Den Live. You can catch me on all social media: TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, everything. Appreciate you guys having me, man. I'm very excited, nervous for this week, but I'm ready to talk all Bears and Packers.
Of course, man. Appreciate you taking the time out of your day to join us. But before we get into today's episode, please feel free to subscribe to all of our channels and social medias down below. I'll link that in the description as well. And always remember to like and subscribe as well. But yeah, let's talk about the Chicago Bears, man, because man, what a 18 weeks it has really been. Because it felt like it started off a little shaky, and then when really one of the best seasons, in my opinion, that I've witnessed in a really long time. Very monumental in terms of like the direction of the franchise when it comes to like an offensive minded head coach versus a more defense and run it down your throat kind of head coach and kind of system. But just give me some of your thoughts on this season because I know you've covered it quite extensively over the course of the 18 weeks and in the preseason. So, just what are some of your thoughts on that?
I think the season blew me away, man. It caught me off guard. Like I didn't expect us to win 11 games and shoot be in the wild card game. Like if you told me that when I was covering all the training camps that I was at, and the beginning of preseason, I wouldn't be like, no, I don't know if this is an 11 game win or a wild card game. I would just be like, new coach, second year quarterback, still learning a whole new system. But I think the season caught me off guard, and I think it's for the best, right? Like a lot of people would say, like if it caught you off guard, it would be bad, but this caught me off guard in a very good way. Didn't expect 11 wins, and I'm excited for it. I'm enjoying every piece of it that I can week by week. All the stories that are coming out, all the headlines, all the new pictures, everything that's coming out, all the new gear. Like I'm enjoying every piece of it, and I think this is one of the most memorable seasons outside that 2018 season. I think this is one of the most memorable seasons for me. So just taking it in week by week and trying to enjoy all of it till it lasts.
Yeah, and the fact that if you had told me that we would not only make it to the playoffs but win the division as well, that's already crazy in itself. I just there's a lot to really talk about, especially a lot of great things. On like not only like a team and how it's been built standpoint, but from a culture standpoint as well. I think that's the big thing that was trying to like that was the main focus when Ben Johnson entered this franchise to be the head coach is to establish a culture, and we're truly seeing that being taking place right now. And
Mhm.
um, he left without no doubts that the culture has definitely shifted. Um, but yeah, let's talk about Caleb Williams as well because obviously last game against the Detroit Lions, it sucked that we lost not only that game but also Caleb did not get the 4,000 yards that we hoped, but we did end up with something out of that game, and that was the record um, of the franchise passing record. What are some of your thoughts on that, and kind of what are your thoughts on Caleb's like season as a whole?
I would have anticipated. I really would want him to get that 4,000. Ideally, I was at that Bears game, literally right behind their bench. So it would
Oh
have been a
yeah,
historic moment. I was going into that whole week when my cousin got tickets, and when we were talking about it all week, I was looking forward to it because we had such close seats, and I knew that they would have stopped the game, and everybody would have like gone absolutely wild. But to hold a single season franchise record for even just the Bears, and I think that says a lot for a year two quarterback. You're put into a whole new situation with a quarterback that, or with a head coach that he's a very hard head coach, right? Like you look at Kevin O'Connell, you look at Matt LaFleur, you look at McVay, you look at Shanahan. He's up there with them, and so I'm sure his playbook is not easy to digest. But for Caleb to get 3,900 yards and some change, like it's very impressive for a Bears quarterback, and I think he blew everybody out of the water, and I think it's only going uphill from here now.
yeah. Or you want to ask something, Ankit?
Oh, nah, I was just gonna just continue there. I think, like, I kinda agree with you, man. I think Caleb's really improved this season, like, from week 1 to, week 18. Yeah, I was kinda disappointed he didn't get the 4,000, but, it's just a number at the end of the day. It doesn't really change my opinion on, what I feel about our quarterback. I think we have a franchise quarterback, and that's the most important thing to take away from the season is no matter what happens this wild card weekend, um we have a quarterback, we have a cornerstone of our franchise, and um, we just have to build through the draft on the defense and stuff. But I'm really proud of how this team like rebounded from being down 0-2 to start the season, um, to gaining momentum, going on win streaks, and uh having a really good offense because we haven't seen that in a while as Bears fans. So happy that the Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams tandem has worked so far, and I think it'll continue to grow and build. Um but yeah, I mean, I have a question for you. I have a question about just like what's your thoughts on like Ben Johnson as a head coach? Because we have said that about how he's helped Caleb Williams this season, but what's your overall thoughts on how he like I alluded, like the season started not so great, blowing a lead to JJ McCarthy and the Vikings and then getting blown out in Detroit.
Yeah.
How do you like, year one, like winning the division with a year two quarterback? Like how do you what kind of job do you think Ben Johnson did and his overall impact on the team like this season?
Dude, I think he blew again. I just like I said about Caleb. I think he blew everybody out of the water. Like being a first year head coach, you don't. It's very hard. Like you look at McVay, you look at Shanahan. Not everybody's going to succeed right away. You have to build a roster.
Is it cut out for you as well?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, there we
sorry.
go. Now it works.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
we go. He's back. He's back.
My bad.
You're good.
I
You're
don't know what
good.
happened. But I was just saying, I don't know where I left off, but I was just saying that, you see all these head coaches and not everyone you think is going to succeed right away. But you look at Vrabel, you look at Ben Johnson, these guys, and you're like, there's such a big system now in the NFL where you just learn from like what he learned from Dan Campbell. And so he took a lot of notes, it looks like. And for a year one quarterback, I think he set the standard very high for himself. And I think it's only going to go up from there. And the impact he had on the whole team, including Caleb Williams, I think is the best thing that's happened, to the Chicago Bears and their entire franchise. So I think it continues to go up from here. And he's done a phenomenal job. And he's got a lot of we've got a lot of work to do in the offseason, like play calling and, keep building our defense. But I think it's only going to go up from here.
Yeah, that makes sense because I'm really looking forward to. I mean, obviously, first we have to obviously get to the playoffs, and that's what I'm looking forward to more. But I'm really interested to see what steps we're going to be taking in the offseason because there are a lot of things still. Like this is not a polished product at the end of the day. This is still there's still a lot of things like this team needs to focus on improving, adding more depth in terms of the offensive line, especially in the defensive line, getting a lot of help on that, especially in edge rusher.
Yeah.
That's definitely something that you have to really look into. And I think the one thing I will say that this coaching staff has done and is like make sure that their players are like in full belief of the system and going forward like buying into that culture like we said before, and that's something I really did appreciate. And yes, the games were absolutely close.
Yeah.
It was really annoying at times because it's like, come on guys, we should be beating these teams like handily, like we have a way better roster, we
Right.
cannot let them like have their way with us, but we find a way to come back, and that will go into our prediction later on. But I think that being in those games, and I'll let you talk about this as well, but being in those games, I feel like really does help a quarterback like Caleb Williams and a team that is very young in a sense,
Yeah.
kind of grow and learn and then be ready for those moments in the playoffs.
I agree.
So, yeah, like, do you think, like, you know, it's an advantage in a sense to always or majority of time be in those situations?
I'd say it's an advantage and it's a disadvantage at the same time. I don't know if you guys heard his press conference yesterday, but he literally said like he's built like to your question, I think it's an advantage, but at the same time, it's a disadvantage. Lions game, right? Like it's an advantage. Beck knows how to play from behind, and that's what we've been doing. We've been doing for the past like 7 weeks we were talking about earlier. But at the same time, you can have a result like defense is completely letting you down. You're not going to have a moment to step on that field, and even on that 4th and 5, like he's built for these moments, yeah. But we need to do a better job at play calling and going for the ball. I know you guys probably saw all over social media. Ben Johnson and his mic was like, "We should have effing gone for it," and he knows his mistakes. And a part of me tells me because he's come back from behind multiple times now, but at the same time, it's a disadvantage because you're not always going to succeed, right? It's not always going to be a guarantee. So you got to brace yourself and you got to play your cards right. And if you're not going to get a chance to put the ball in the end zone, then you're going to just have to deal with the consequences of losing. So
yeah, that's fair. I mean, like obviously being the situations aren't ideal in a sense. And it's as the Bears fans watching it, it's not ideal for their mental health as well. But it is nice that we are actually on the good end of these situations rather than the like the other way, because usually last year we saw the other way around. It was kind of like that, and it was oh my god, yeah, it was awful.
tell me if Eagles is still holding on to that timeout, bro, because I still need to know that.
Dude, he's probably still holding on to that timeout, like after getting fired from the Cowboys too. Like he's like, maybe I can redeem it for something. I don't know, but yeah, I just think that there's a lot of good things to go about it, and let's go straight into this Bears Packers game because, oh man, there's a lot that's at stake. I feel in this game. I don't know about you guys, but like I just think that this game is like for all the marbles, and like this feels like a Super Bowl kind of like result in a sense because it's like you have everything to gain, I feel, and a good amount to lose as well. At least that's how it feels for me because it's like you can get rid of this like get the monkey off your back of the Packers always finding a way to beat you in crucial games and couldn't always win against you, like or like it's inevitable, like that kind of statement. And you can prove that wrong. And another thing as well is that you win a playoff game after a decade plus. I think what last one was 2011, like 2013. Yeah. So like it's been far too long that a Chicago Bears team has won a playoff game, and like we deserve it, if anything. Like, yeah, but then a lot to lose as well. But I just want to actually let's start with Ankit first, and then we'll go to you as well. But what are your thoughts on it? Because I know you've been very confident.
Yeah,
you're one of the few confident ones that I see.
Yeah, I don't get nervous for these games. Like I think I'm very confident.
Oh, I think you're on mute.
What I am?
Oh,
hello. Yeah. No, I don't get nervous for these games.
No. Sorry. I'm behind.
Okay. All right. I don't get nervous for these games. I think the Bears, I feel like, have played the Packers well since Caleb's been our quarterback. Every game's come down to the last possession. The last play. From a block field goal to a game-winning field goal to a game-losing interception to a game-winning touchdown, right? So, I think this team, like, I'm very confident because I think the Packers are injured, and not having Micah Parsons is huge. Like, he's a game wrecker. Like, he changes because he honestly covers up the weak corner depth they have. Like, they got Trayvon Diggs. Who got cut from the Cowboys. Like, I'm excited for him to be on the field because I know that our receivers are gonna burn him every time. So I'm not saying our cornerback depth is better, but it's a little bit better because you at least have Jalen Johnson. You still have Kevin Byard, and we still have we got Kyler Gordon coming back. So I think our defense will do enough, and I just think that their defense is so banged up that they're not gonna be able to keep up with our offense. I do agree that we do have to start faster. I mean, we cannot have 0 points in the first half and then be the comeback kings all the time. I mean, I think last game, honestly, is a good thing that it happened because it kind of shows that you can't always just come back and you have to play 4 quarters of good football even in big games. And yes, that wasn't a really big game, but it's still a divisional opponent. So honestly, I'm not nervous. I think we can do. I think we're the better team. Because they don't have Micah Parsons, and I think we've been the better team this season. And there's a reason why we won the division. And the Packers, I get it. We have 2-game losing streak, but I think we looked good in the 49ers win. At least 49ers loss. Our offense looked good, and then it's a divisional game, and we showed a lot of fight at the end. I think the Packers have now looked good ever since beating us in Lambeau Field.
Yep.
So I'm very confident. I kind of get it why Bears fans are a little nervous because it is the Packers, and if we do lose, like you're never going to hear the end of it. But I think I'm looking more on the positive side. I think that we are the better team, and
Yeah.
it's a new era in Chicago. I don't care what happened with Matt Eberflus. Who's other coach? Mark
Nagy.
Trestman. Yeah, Nat Nagy. I don't care what happened there. This is a new team,
On and on
new
and on.
quarterback, and honestly, a new franchise. So I'm excited, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
How do you want to go next?
Well, repeat the question one more time.
Oh yeah, like it just like your thoughts on this Bears game. It's
Yeah.
like, is there a lot to
Yeah.
gain and a lot to lose? That kind of type deal.
I'm with Keith, bro. Like it's a very big toss up, but again, like you said, I like what he said though. Like if we lose, goddamn, we're not hearing the end of this for years and years to come.
Oh,
Do you remember
geez.
when Aaron Rodgers came back from an injury and he beat us? Like we were up big time, and like we still don't hear the end of that. So this is a whole different little segment, and like I think the fact that the whole rivalry is back now, Bears and Packers fans are starting to hate each other a lot more. So they're gonna keep going at each other's throats. I mean, shit, I'm one of them. I got Twitter fingers. I'm always hating on Packers fans. Whatever they do, I'm always hating stuff too. So it's I think we do have a lot to lose. I don't even want to like sugarcoat, but I think that if we win this, I think it sets us up for big time success. Like if we go into that divisional round game, man, when people counted us out. I mean, they said JJ McCarthy was going to be better than us, and look what happened. Look where we are. Look where they are. So we have a lot to lose, and we have a lot to win. And I think that if we win, then it's going to set our standards up for years of success.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think this is one of those like pivotal franchise changing moments. And especially at the big stage as well. Like how earlier in the season, and I don't know if you saw this, where it was like this clip has been going around about Tyreek Stevenson in that Dallas game, like snagging the ball out of Javonte Williams' hand.
Yeah.
I think that that changed the course of the season, not only.
Right.
I think that this game, and if we come out on top, that's insane. Like because of how much we've been like struggling as a franchise for over the course of so many years at this point. And it's become synonymous with, losing and, things like that, and always getting, an L from the Packers. Like we've been hearing it for so many years, and to find a way with a new franchise quarterback, a new head coach that could change the tide and the trajectory of the franchise to go back to its early days of winning before the Packers started to go on a huge run with Bart Starr onwards. Like, let's go back to those days when we were actually like, it was the opposite, where the Bears were the better team and the Packers weren't. Like, we're not going to get there yet, but I'm just saying this is a good start or a good stepping stone to do so. And also it's going to snow too. Like I heard that it was going to snow. And what are your thoughts on that? Do you think that that's going to take an effect on their game plan maybe?
Dude, I don't know. I don't think it tops what the the game that we had 2 weeks ago against them. It was cold as hell in Chicago, and it was windy as hell. Like I was even paying my respects to Cairo. Man, he was kicking it right into the wind, and I was like, holy shit! Like it's very windy, and I know people that went to and they were like it was really cold. But if it snows, I think we're built for these moments. Like I was at the Giants game, right? Giants and Bears. It was snowing then, and it seemed to be completely fine. Caleb ran the ball multiple times. He got a lot of rushing yards. So I don't think it changes the trajectory of the game. I think it only enhances our playbook, and it makes Ben go back into deep in his bag, man. Bag of tricks. That's what I want to see. So
Yeah, I
I
mean,
really.
this is
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Chicago, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, sorry for interrupting. I mean, I think both teams are like to be fair, I think both teams are built for these games because they are in Green Bay and we're in Chicago and they play a lot of snow games. We play a lot of snow games. So I think both teams are gonna run the ball effectively, I think. Because I think both teams run defense are not that great. And I just think like the receivers gotta catch the ball. Like they honestly I know Caleb misses them too, so I'm gonna put some blame on him too. But when he actually throws it accurately, I like the receivers had to catch the ball. I saw so many drops against the Lions. Even that fourth down
Too many.
conversion, like Colson Loveland, he caught it and then he fumbled it. So
Yeah.
we can't have that. And again, I think we're gonna get into the game later, but I think we gotta also like not turn to the football. A really good job of this season. I think both quarterbacks have done a great job. Love only has 6 interceptions this year. Caleb has 7. So if we limit the turnovers, I think we have a really, really good chance of winning this game. Again, they're banged up. They're banged up. And look, I know you guys are bringing history, bro, but like I said, man, it's a new team. It's a new franchise, man. I get it. The Packers have owned us, but like, I mean, this season we're 1-1, and last season we were 1-1. So, they can bring out the Malik Willis, this and that, but if we go back in history, their NFC Championship game, they beat us with a backup when we had our backup quarterback. So, injuries are part of the game, and I think that we matched up well against them. So, I'm excited for this matchup.
Yeah, and it's also like we haven't like lost in like horrific fashion. Like it wasn't a blowout ever. Like the thing is that first game too, Caleb literally had a shot to win the game.
Yeah.
Like they were like, I bet Packers fans were genuinely like losing their mind with when Caleb was just driving down the field at Lambeau Field and was what like 2 feet or like 2 like yards away from
Dude, so
potentially a touchdown. It's just that it happens. You know, he's young.
Short.
Yeah, it's just
he made that same throw perfectly last week to Cole Kmet against the Eagles.
Yeah,
the week before. So
I don't know, dude. That whole thing. I was at that game too, and I was on the opposing side of the end zone. So I was on the side where Olamide caught that running pass from Caleb. I was right there. I even posted it, and it did well. But then I was on the other side for when that happened, and it just looked like he was like, dude, I think it was like his back foot throw, and he just left it too short. But like, if we got that 2 feet, if he just threw it a little bit more, leading for Kmet, that place like would have like gone crazy. So
yeah, it's
and then
unfortunate.
we would have won for 2. We would have went for 2. That's what Ben said. So
yeah,
we could have won that game.
Weren't calling the timeouts. I was really pissed at that game because I was like, why are we not calling a timeout? You're just running to let the clock run. And he was like, then I realized after he's like, I want to go for 2. So I was like, shit, he's a risk taker.
Nah, I agree. I mean, honestly, I just think that Ben Johnson, I feel like, I mean, I don't think it's a high bar to have better clock management than Matt Eberflus, but I feel like this year, like the clock management's been better than like past years for Bears, like close games. So I think the playoffs he'll call the timeouts correctly. I think in the Niners game, I think that you remember the toss play, like I think like he said, I think they wanted to score. Like I think they would. That was the play they were going to score.
Swift didn't go inside, and Swift got the outside, or even if they didn't score, like if Swift just went outside, Caleb would have gotten at least 3 more plays out, and I think we would have won.
Yeah. I mean, we're just a touchdown. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm not like I feel like we can beat these like. I think we could beat anybody. Like I think this offense can beat anybody. Just can the defense get takeaways, which they have done this season, and they limit like teams to like under like 24 points or something, because I think this offense can go out there and compete against anybody. So, and even last week, like they scored a lot of yards, but like they convert a lot of those touchdowns into like field goals, which can really help this team. I mean, you only let that Lions team score 19 points, and the way that game was going, I thought it was like they scored like 30, but they only scored 19. So and you saw at the end of the game, they got that turnover. So if the offense honestly let the team down there because they they had to punt the ball. So, I mean, if the offense can step up, this team could be anybody, man.
Yeah, that's man, and it's just that I just really wish that the defense, at least the main thing about gripe I have for the defense isn't necessarily the corner issue, and that's a whole nother can of worms that you have to open up because that's you know, um, but I just think that the D line, if the D line got just like at least like 10%, 15% more pressure, that would just help out the secondary so much more.
Yeah.
And that's something that we tried to address this offseason or this past offseason with, the Odengbo contract, getting
God.
Grady Jarrett, like things like that. But I still think that we still need an edge rusher to pair alongside Montez Sweat, who I actually wanted to pose a question to you. Montez Sweat's having a relatively decent season, like obviously better than what happened last season because he played a lot injured. But like, do you think that with the production that he's provided, that it's maybe worth to, maybe, because I've been hearing a lot about like moving off of Sweat or like replacing Sweat with Max Crosby or keeping Sweat and just restructuring his deal and then bringing in Max Crosby. Like, what's your thought process on the whole edge rushing situation? Because I feel like there's so many different takes, and so many different avenues that the Bears can do. But I just wanted to know what your opinion is.
Yeah, I just pulled up his stats while we were talking about him. He's got 36 solo tackles, 10 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, and 0 interceptions, of course. For the money that he's getting paid, bro, I really don't think he's holding his bar, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like for the money he's getting, how much is he getting paid? Like
98 million.
98. Yeah, he's getting paid. So ironic. He wears
yeah,
like that. Like for $98 million, man, I don't think he's playing to $98 million a year, whatever his contract is. He's good, but I think his production comes in against very weak teams. I would love for him to do something against a stronger team. So like the Lions, like the Niners, like the Packers. Like I want to continue to see him grow. And honestly, I don't know. I wouldn't consider him too opposed to even taking a contract restructurement. I don't think he's going to want to do that. And if anything, he might just test and want to get out of here. But yeah, I don't know, man. For the amount he's getting paid and for how much hype he had around him when he first got traded here and what he did in his first year and a half, I don't think he's done anything up to that. And there needs to be conversations about maybe moving on from him or even getting in Max Crosby or Myles Garrett. Because if you get one of those guys and if you still can find a way to keep Sweat and he wants to stay here, then I think that our Super Bowl window opens up right then and there.
You know what's crazy? That Montez Sweat's actually against the Packers both games he's got a sack.
And has he actually?
Yeah, he's got a sack against the Packers twice.
And that's the thing. Like that's the thing that because when you pull up the stats, you're like, oh shoot, he's actually done stuff, Yeah. But when you can actively recollect how we did in that 2023 season when we got him at the trade deadline, because I remember we got him at the trade deadline, we paid a second to get him, and then he immediately started to produce. That D line looked a lot better. Matt Eberflus's job. I feel like that's the saving grace for Matt Eberflus's job is that Montez Sweat trade, because that defense is significantly improved. He went from near the bottom to a top 10 unit in that year, and I remember every media outlet was glazing the fact that huge jump happened. But you guys also remember before he got traded too from the Commanders, he had 9.5 sacks before coming to Chicago, and then he produced another 9 sacks and ended the season with I think 18.5. So that's the production we were looking and hoping to get out of Sweat in the following season.
No, he ended the Commanders with 6.5, and then he ended our season with 6. He led both teams in sacks though.
Yeah.
That was it. Yeah. That's also this year's having a career year. This is his best year. If you look at stats only. Like this is his best year.
Really?
He never
See,
had a double-digit sack year.
See, we can't recollect it. Like I remember, when you said on Keith, you said that he had a sack against the Packers. Now I remember it was that third down against Malik Willis. Remember?
Yeah.
And I think it was overtime.
It was overtime.
Yeah, to cause that fourth down.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Like,
yeah.
It's not remember. It's like we don't recall that. Like you remember, like oh, Myles Garrett had himself an insane day, or Max Crosby like literally had a tip pass for an interception against Caleb Williams. Like there's like active. Jeffrey Simmons had himself a touchdown.
I don't think he's in that tier though. Like
no. I'm just saying like you can recollect like even teams that like edge rushers that aren't even on your team. Like you recollect like Jeffrey Simmons. Like the Titans are irrelevant right now. But aside from Cam Ward, and I remember Jeffrey Simmons like multiple sacks, and he got himself a touchdown and a scoop and score. Like I remember key things for these like potential free agents that we could sign, and that also leads me to the next point, and we can go to the predictions right after about Dennis Allen and this defense, because I feel like I've been hearing very mixed things about the defense. And before I give my take on it, I just want to kind of hear your thoughts on it, because Dennis Allen and his defense, you know, obviously he had to deal with so many different injuries, you know, especially different points in the season, especially. But do you think that there needs to be a change in the defensive coordinator spot, or do we stick it out for one more year and make the changes and allow him to have another draft and kind of see where it goes from there?
I just started seeing this whole like Dennis Allen like beef on Twitter literally yesterday, that someone was saying that he needs to go, or like people are saying that his job is on the line. I totally disagree with that. I don't think that it's up to the coach what players he's dealt with, and it's not up to him how his players are going out and doing their job, right? You can only teach someone so much what to do, but you can't enforce it on them and, you know, make sure that they're doing it. That's just up to the person that's getting paid millions of dollars, right, to do, right? Like take our defense, for example. Like, yes, they're coachable players. Yeah, there's no drama with them, but how they perform is totally up to them, right? Everybody's a grown individual. So I say we give him another year, bro. We give him another defensive draft. And I know, shout out to Jacob Infante. I don't know, he's probably, if he's ever watching this or if this clip gets thrown around, but he's a big like draft prospector, and he's done a lot of analysis. And he was mentioning how this is a big defensive class, right? Especially edge rushers. So you give him that opportunity to reclaim himself, I guess, if people all over social media want to say, but I don't think that Dennis Allen's on the hot seat. I mean, you have the Chicago Bears, you have Kevin Byard leading the whole NFL with interceptions. You have the most takeaways in the league. That doesn't happen. Like you have to be a coachable coach to do that, right? You have to build that chemistry with these players. So I think you give him another year and you give him some defensive players. You let it pan out, and if it continues to get worse from there, then I think then you make decisions. But I don't think that he's on a hot seat, and I agree he could be making better decisions, right? Against that Niners game planning completely shit. I don't know what that was. Against the Lions, I don't know why they were playing so much man coverage instead of zone when they were just hitting us on slant routes and out routes the entire time. So I think there can be the improvements, but no human is perfect, and people are going to make mistakes, make the wrong reads, and that happens. But I don't think you give up on someone within 18 weeks and say that he's on a hot seat because of so-called little mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, man. I think Dennis Allen, I think it's crazy to say that Dennis Allen has not done a good job. I think he's done actually a pretty good job for what he's had. Like, I mean, the team leads in takeaways. I mean, you could say, oh, that's also Al Harris. I mean, I think Dennis Allen, for what he's had this season, has done a good job. I mean, the defense sometimes keeps us in games. Like, because if this was another team, like the defense probably would give up like 30 or 35 points with the amount of yards this team gives. So I also agree that like his scheming is not that good, but you're also like handicapped when you don't have a good pass rush. That's the problem. You don't have a good pass rush, and I sometimes blame Poles for this because I mean Dennis Allen can't just like he's not going to go on the field and help this defense go crazy. I mean, yeah, he can have a good scheme, but I mean he's not Brian Flores. I mean Brian Flores, I think is the only one. Maybe him and James Schwartz are the only ones that like can actually like put such a good scheme that they can like elevate the talent around him.
Mike
Because
McDonald
if you
as
look at
well.
the Vikings, I mean, outside of Van Ginkel, they don't have anybody that's like crazy, like crazy X Factor players. I don't even think they have a Pro Bowler or an All Pro this year. I don't think so. So and that defense is crazy. So the thing is, you're handicapped when you don't have a good pass rush. And to Sweat's point, like for Montez Sweat, I mean, I don't think he's like a number one edge rusher on a team that can win a Super Bowl. But I think like the thing is, the reason why I don't think he's having such a good impact is because he doesn't have like an alpha guy like for example the Packers, right? Rashawn Gary was like a constant every year like 10 sack guy. But then when they got Micah Parsons, he was getting more one-on-ones and getting to the pass rusher. Now ever since Micah Parsons is injured, he's getting double teamed again and we're not seeing his impact, right? For the at least for the Packers side. I think if you get someone like a Max Crosby, you pair him up with a Montez Sweat, you will probably see more of an impact from Montez, because I think a lot of teams are like double teaming Montez. If I'm not really like crazy on looking at film, but if I'm when I'm watching the games, I see him getting double teamed a lot, and I do agree he's not like a top 10 edge rusher or like crazy like that, but he's not going to change the defense. But I think his impact is definitely going to be more seen if you get a difference maker like Max or Miles Garrett, Jeffrey Simmons. But yeah, I think that's my point for the Montez Sweat thing. But for Dennis Allen, just get him a good pass rusher, man. Like I generally think that if he has a good pass rusher, he can blitz a lot more. And because the thing is, when we blitz, then our coverage sucks because we don't have the pass rusher. We had to send like 5 or 6 people to even have a decent chance to get like a good pressure on the quarterback, which
Yeah.
handicaps a guy like Dennis Allen for his scheme.
Yeah, it's a very fair point. Like, that's what I was kind of thinking. It's kind of like that's why I was a little bit torn, and that's why I kind of wanted to pose that question to you guys because it's like I really like what Dennis Allen has done with his defense, like in totality this year. I think that he's done an outstanding job. It's just that the moments when it comes to the defense needing a stop, I think that's what kind of like irritates me watching it a little bit because it's like you have to send the dogs pretty much, but then you realize that you're you're screwing your corners that are already like down to like the cornerback number 4, 5, 6, like we're already down a lot and now we're trying to get back to health at this point. So I completely agree, and I do think that we do need a pass rusher for sure, whether it's through the draft or through getting it via trade. Hopefully Max Crosby. But just quick question, rapid fire. Would you take how much would you give up for Miles Garrett if he was actually available? Because yeah, I know it's very long shot that he could be available, but hypothetically speaking, if he says, "Hey, I'm done with the Browns, make me an offer," what would you give up for him?
I'll go first. DJ Moore and like 2 firsts. I'm not giving up 3. Like 3
Yeah,
is crazy. But like I think
Especially,
DJ Moore and 2 firsts.
that was literally mine too. DJ Moore and two first. Two is still pushing it, but no one else is going to take. They're not going to take anything more than two. And I think if they want to start a rebuild with Shador, DJ Moore, as much as I hate it, and I love DJ, and I really don't think he's going to get traded. I see all this beef around him and smoke that he's going to get traded. But if they want to rebuild with Shador and give him a chance, then they need an X factor wide receiver, and DJ Moore fits that perfect scheme for Shador's play calling game, in my opinion. So yeah, DJ Moore and 2 first rounds.
I think the same for
ooh,
Crosby too, Loki, because Crosby's a little like younger, and like I think Vegas could definitely use DJ because I think they're gonna draft Mendoza.
No,
So
no.
yeah, that's fair. I honestly,
What about you? Yeah.
oof, yeah, that it's probably around that compensation I'd give. But especially, but the thing is, I wouldn't say that because Miles Garrett's older that it kind of like you'd prefer Crosby and stuff like that. I still think that Miles Garrett is kind of like I was talking to my brother about this. Like he may be 30 years old, but bro plays like he's 24. Like he takes care of his body so well. Like he spends millions on his body just to maintain its shape and all that stuff. Like I'm not too worried about the age factor because at this point the Super Bowl windows aren't very large in general.
Yeah.
So like if you can get even a couple years, like 1 or 2 years of prime Myles Garrett on this defensive line, those 2 first-round picks would not mean anything to me because
Mhm.
your pass rush is safe. Your D line is going to be elite. But either
Wait,
way,
my only pushback is like he is old and like it is a wear and tear sport. It's like I kind of I see what your point. I think you're trying to make like a LeBron kind of point where it's like
yeah,
LeBron's like I think basketball and football are so unsimilar because like
yeah,
the wear and tear in football is exponentially faster, and it doesn't matter how much you like spend on your body. Like I think it will wear down on you because like Aaron Donald, I mean. Look at him. He's a tank. He definitely spends a lot of money on his body, and I do get it. He probably went. I don't know when he retired, like
he retired
33,
a couple of years ago.
34. I forgot when he retired, but it's like age. But I, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. If Gary gets traded to the Bears, and like, I'll go crazy. Don't get me wrong. But I think the reason why I prefer Crosby a little bit, even though I think Crosby is a little worse. I mean, actually, a lot worse. I think because Garrett's the best player, but it's just because he's younger and like he still has more prime years in him. The thing with Garrett, it's like he could be an anomaly because I definitely think he's one of the best defensive ends we've ever seen, but he is old. He's like 30. So that's my only if like say like only problem with it because I mean I was fine with the Green Bay trade like when they traded for Micah Parsons. I mean that guy's like 26. He's gonna be a stud for a while. So I mean obviously Parsons not available anymore, but I'm just saying like I'd rather go for the younger guy just so that the window is a little bit more open and you get more prime years. But again, if the Bears like I'll be lying if I say I don't want Myles Garrett. Like I obviously do want Myles Garrett. But
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, anyways, let's go quick rapid fire predictions for this Bears Packers game. And before we go into the wild card bracket predictions and kind of talk about these matchups this upcoming weekend. For me, I'll start. I already did my video out for my prediction. I think that we're going to get, another close game, but I think that it just take the first game that happened of the series and just flip it so that the Bears are up 28 and the Packers are up down 20 or 21. So Bears win 28-21. Long-winded way of saying it. But you want to go next?
I got Bears 27-23. Like you said,
Mm.
it's going to be a very close game, very neck to neck, very step for step, neck for neck. It's going to be like a bloodbath, but I think the Bears come out with a dub and hold on to it in the fourth quarter and hold it down. 27-23.
yeah, I got the Bears easily. I think the Bears win this 31-20. I think it's not gonna be close.
Ooh.
I don't think it's gonna be close, man. I think the Packers are so banged up, and Jordan Love's just coming back from concussion protocol. I think we're at home. I think we're so locked in. We're getting our players back. I
Yeah.
think 31-20. I think Jordan
31.
Love's gonna throw. I think Jordan Love's gonna throw 2 picks this game.
I hope he can even see, bro. I don't even know. Coming out of concussion protocol the first game, his backup. Malik Willis is a better quarterback than him. He's not even playing, so it's going to be a 31-20. I like that. It's a bold take, but I really like that.
Oh, yeah, I would not mind that score
Again,
whatsoever.
I don't know why. Like again, like I think this is the matchup we wanted, and I feel like I still don't understand why Bears fans are like so like scared. I get it's the Packers, I get it, but like this is the matchup we wanted. Like we
But that's so
wanted
much
the Packers.
stakes.
Yeah.
There's so much stakes. It's like a
Like,
very high risk,
The
high
most
reward.
injured team. Like I did not want to face the Niners. Like that was just me because like, after what happened the first time, like they can put up numbers on their offense. Like I know the defense sucks, but like their offense is crazy, and I did not want to go against Kyle Shanahan our first playoff game. So I was content with playing the Packers week 1, but hey.
I don't know. I see a lot of I was opening Twitter today and I saw that a lot of people are saying that if the Bears win this game, then they're gonna have to reconsider Matt LaFleur. And I'm like, dude, if you guys fire
Matt
out of all
LaFleur,
people,
yeah.
Matt LaFleur, man, you guys, they're like, oh, like Harbaugh's on the portal now. Like everybody's gonna want Harbaugh. I'm like, man, you're going from Matt LaFleur, one of the youngest quarterback coaches in the NFL, to Harbaugh. It's a steep level. I don't know.
You know what's kind of insane to think about too? I saw a stat this morning that Matt LaFleur is actually the oldest coach in the NFC to make the playoffs this year. He's 46 years old apparently, and
Matt LaFleur?
wait, is it? Hold on. Actually, that sounds crazy to me. Matt
That sounds
LaFleur
crazy
is,
to me
I mean,
too.
I could see it, Loki. I could see
46. Yeah, he's 46.
yeah, he's 46. He does not look 46,
Wow,
dude.
46.
So like,
Ben's
and
only
I'm like,
39. Wow.
Ben's young in a sense, where he's 39. But I was just like, that's insane. That means McVay is younger than LaFleur. That's. I mean, I know they
McVay
work
looks,
together.
Like,
Because
McVay looks young, man.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Like, not trying to be weird, but
McVay and
he does.
Shanahan built all this, though. That's a crazy part, though. That
McVay's 9.
huh?
McVay's the same age as Ben Johnson.
If you think about it, Shanahan built this. He trained McVay, and then McVay
Yeah.
built like all of this.
Yeah,
He built like KOC. He
Mhm.
built Matt LaFleur. God damn, man, that is crazy. I didn't know I didn't know if LaFleur was 46 years old.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
It was like Mike Shanahan was the one that
Mhm.
coached that Washington team that
Yeah.
had both his son Kyle Shanahan, Matt
Yep.
LaFleur, and Sean McVay. That's insane.
you know what's crazy?
Uh,
Like, he said, like, I know you guys are, like, all know this, but, like, he said in the beginning of the season, like, he's going to beat Matt LaFleur twice.
Mhm.
It's looking like
Got a
it,
chance
man.
to do
It's looking like
chance
it.
to-
I'm telling you,
Dude,
like,
yeah.
Ben Johnson doesn't lie. I mean, obviously, you want to beat Dan Campbell, but, you know, who cares?
he didn't say that though. He didn't say that he wanted to beat
didn't say
Dan
He didn't
Campbell
say it.
twice.
He didn't. But I think, like, dude, I don't care. Dan Campbell's at home, bro. So he, you know,
Yeah,
he got
already
his.
in Cancun, bro. Home is a reach. They're probably already up in Cancun and like Punta Cana just partying.
Yeah,
Ah.
literally. Or
Yeah.
just they're just to hate watch us, and that's all they're gonna do at this point.
I think
Uh,
the Lions hate the Packers more though. Like,
No,
St.
dude,
Brown said.
dude, they don't. They hate us, dude. Because
I mean,
the
now
fact
they
that-
do. Now they do because we have Ben Johnson. But like, they used to.
Mhm.
Like, I think like everybody in the NFC like hated the Packers because they always like ruled the NFC like North.
Yeah.
And what's funny is now that the Bears and Packers kind of united in this one thing that we both dislike the arrogance of Lions fans now. At least that's in
Yeah.
my circle, at least. Like I'm starting to see like, dang, like we have something in common. We don't like Lions fans anymore. And the Vikings fans are like the neutral ones. It's like, you know,
Yeah.
we understand their pain, they understand our pain, like, you know,
Yeah.
but we see each other at the end of the day.
We've
But-
been through what they're going through right now, so it's like it's a mutual feeling of like I got.
Hey, they got 9. They got 9.
Nine,
So.
bro.
They got
Nine-
nine.
Nine's crazy. He's really good. 9.
Extend him right now.
Extended.
Hey, he did this though, sadly.
Yeah, he did beat us. But anyway, let's go to the
Yeah.
thingies again. All right, let me expand this more. But-
Oh, dude, I've seen this so much on TikTok.
Bro,
Everyone be, like,
every
doing
night,
predictions.
every night.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
yeah, I like this format a lot. But all right, we kind of already went through this. This
Yeah,
side
put the
we're
Bears.
all
Yeah.
picking the Bears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bears.
But yeah.
No, actually,
Uh,
I'm picking the Packers now. Okay.
Uh,
No, I can't.
wow.
I got the Bears.
Eagles Niners. Who do we got?
I'm gonna go Niners.
Wow.
Niners.
Yeah, I got Eagles, man. Like, dude, that Eagles defense is so good, bro. Yeah.
If
I
that
don't
Eagles
know.
defense locks up McCaffrey, it's over for them. But
But if they can lock up McCaffrey,
if that's
locking up McCaffrey is
Dude, the Seahawks did it.
yeah, they
that's
did.
true.
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
It's in the link too. I
Wait,
don't know. That's a tough
what
place.
defense is better though? Seattle's defense is better or Philly?
Seattle.
Yeah.
But Eagles is 2.
But I like Vic Fangio. It's like it's like annoying.
I go Seattle. I think Seattle's defense is so young and so good, man.
Yeah, they're good.
They're so good.
And
Bro,
the thing
the
about
problem is,
this,
like, I don't even know who's in their defensive line. I know DeMarcus Lawrence, but that's it.
Emenwari,
I thought he's a safety. Where am I dripping?
am I tripping too? Like I know that he was like from Minnesota.
Like, I don't know anybody on their team. Like, on
No,
the defense.
because the thing
I know
is,
Witherspoon. I know Witherspoon because I went.
I mean Devin
Devin
Witherspoon,
like,
Illini right here. Yeah,
Illini.
of course.
It's,
But
But that's it. I don't. Dude, that's crazy. Mike McDonald's honestly one of the goats, bro. Like, how do you get that defense with like no names? Like, and maybe I'm
Byron
disrespecting
Murphy.
them.
Byron
Hey.
Murphy's really good. He's really
DeMarcus
good.
Lawrence.
Yeah, he was on. He was on. You know, he was on
Ernest-
the. He was
Ernest
on
Jones.
the
Vikings.
Byron Murphy. Yeah, he was on the Vikings, and
Mm-hmm.
he
Reek
was a no
Wallace.
name. Oh yeah, I forgot Reek Woolen.
Reek.
But he was getting benched. I thought like he got benched and then now he's back in the starting lineup.
Yeah, he did get benched. He did get benched for a little bit.
I remember the Bears
thing
were
about-
mistake to getting him. We're trying to get him, but then they like their price was like too much. But
I'm looking at the comments. Someone said, this guy said Texans, Seattle, Philly, Rams in order of best defense. So I agree. Texans, Seattle, Philly, Rams. I like that list. I think Texans have the best defense.
yeah, that's a fine list. I think Seattle, in my opinion, is a little bit better. But I mean that you can't go wrong with all these defenses. Honestly, I think Rams are definitely last though out of all those.
Yeah,
The
they're
problem
still
with the Rams
good
is their
though.
corners. No, the problem with the Rams is their corners. Their corners. But
Yeah.
we'll get to that. Yeah, I got the Eagles though.
I'm reluctant to take the Eagles because I do think their offense is kind of.
Also, I don't wanna play the
Very
Rams.
uninspiring, but
I also
But
don't want to
I'll
play the
take-
Rams next round.
I agree.
Yeah.
But I think yeah, it's just I feel like McCaffrey can run all over this defense for the just like how the Bears were able to run all over that defense. But I do think that the Eagles will probably take it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm very 50-50 on this.
Yeah.
And that's just me because I do like their offense for the 49ers and it's a good story. They, battled through so much injury. They lost a lot of players. Brock Purdy didn't play majority of the year. It's a good story. Speaking of good stories, or like insane, I don't know what happened, but the Panthers are in the playoffs somehow.
Yeah.
And they're facing a team that they already beat in the regular season, if you think about it. So, who do you got?
Wait. Quick question: Who's your MVP, Bearden?
That's true.
It's kind of relevant because he's
No,
one of those
I look. I love Drake May, and I will pay my respects to Drake May just because he's in the same QB class as Caleb, and I'm not going to talk down on another guy that's balling out, but you got to give it to Matthew Stafford, bro. What does he have? Like 30-something, 38 touchdowns, bro?
46.
46.
Yeah, what am I? I'm saying 38. I'm lowballing him, even that. 46 touchdowns in a year as what? How old is he? He's old too, bro. He's got white hair all up in his beard. He's got white hair all up in his beard, and you're throwing 46 touchdowns at that age, bro. You can't look away from. You're looking at a legendary year, and he's having that, and you just have to give it to him at that point. You can't look away from that. Drake May, Tom Brady said the same exact thing on his post game last week after the Bears game. He said that Drake May is going to have a career full of these types of years where he may win the MVP in a couple of years, but he's going to have multiple occasions where he's throwing just as many touchdowns as any other quarterback and getting 4,000 plus yards in a year, and he can be a front runner up. But you got to give it to the vet that the guy is like in his 40s throwing 46 touchdowns. Like it's diabolical.
Yeah, I agree.
Right. What do you got?
Comments are agreeing too.
Yeah. I got the Rams.
Yeah, I got Rams too.
It would be pretty funny if
MVP.
it would be so this season, like because how crazy the season's been.
Yep.
It would be so. It wouldn't be. The Panthers win somehow.
Nah.
If you think about it though, if you think about gambling wise and stuff, the entire world, everybody will be on the Rams. Oh, Matthew Stafford, Bryce Young, Panthers are not good, but if the Panthers slip out with this dub, God, that would be insane. I'm telling you, I'm with you.
Can we just get rid of like if you're a division winner, you're guaranteed a playoff like home game.
Yeah,
like I don't like this. Like the Rams have a 12-5 record, had a better season, and they have to go into Carolina. Like
the NFL is their playoff rules and all of that needs to continue to change. They need to make it more so like kind of like what the NBA does.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I think the best 7 should
I see
make
what
it
you mean, but it's
playoffs.
Yeah. Sorry, my thing was like lagging, so if I interrupted you, I'm sorry if I did. But like I agree. I think the Rams will probably take it. But it would be pretty funny to see Bryce Young. If Bryce Young like unlocks and everything starts to click in the playoffs, that'd be the funniest thing and the most coolest thing ever as well, because it's like, oh, you sucked in the regular season for the most part, but when the playoffs come around, you like lock in. That'd be pretty interesting. Onto the AFC side, we have the Patriots and Chargers. I think, and this is me, because your D line for the Patriots versus the O line for the Chargers is like I saw a meme about this, and it was like coughing baby versus coughing baby. It's literally it really is that because it's just good God, both these teams just their trenches are awful. Just like except for the Patriots offensive line, but yeah, I think I feel like it's a toss up. I feel like it's a lot closer than people give credit for.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do you think, Bairden? Who do you got?
I got Patriots, man. You gotta ride the hot hand. You gotta go with the guy that honestly he has a better receiving core, and I like their run game a lot. I love Travion Henderson. I really like him. Had him in fantasy too in a couple leagues, and with Drake May and Stephon Diggs, and I don't know if Diggs is playing, but Diggs is also one of my like second favorite, like third or fourth favorite ever athlete. I love that guy. So I'm a ride with May and Diggs and go Patriots. I would love to see what Broncos and Patriots too. Like it's a great game.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be close at all. I think that the Patriots are gonna just dog walk the Chargers. I think that defense is gonna make sure Herbert's gonna be in hell, and I think Herbert's gonna throw some picks like he always does in the playoffs. And I think they're gonna lose. I don't even think it's gonna be because of Herbert. His team is just so banged up, and he's also banged up. I don't think the Chargers have a chance against the Patriots. And look, they're a young team, but they have experienced coaches. Like their coaches are very experienced. And Diggs is also experienced, so they got some experience on their side with Josh McDaniels and Mike Vrabel.
Yep, agreed. Bills Jaguars. What do we got?
I'm going Bills. Josh Allen, he's too good. I know everybody Jacksonville wants to see that Cinderella story continue, but no playoff experience, no experience goes a long way. And Josh Allen's been in this same position for the past like 6 years now, where he's showing up in the playoffs, and he's gone against the Chiefs every year. And this is nothing for him. I think this is. I agree though. He doesn't have that wide receiver core that he used to have, and all his weapons. But it's Josh Allen. I gotta go. I gotta go with Josh Allen and the Bills.
I got the Jags. I got the Jags, man. I think the Jags are one of the hottest teams in all of football. I think their defense is like that. I think Liam Cohen's done a really, really good job. I disagree with you on the playoff experience. Trevor Lawrence had one of the greatest comebacks in NFL history when he came back from 27-0. I get it was against Brandon Staley, but I mean, I think the Bills this year have not been the same. Like their defense is not. I know they had the number one rush defense, but the Jacksonville Jaguars passing offense is really, really good. And I think their defense is going to do just enough to make Josh Allen turn over the football. And I think it's going to be a close game. But look, yeah, I agree with this guy. I agree with the comment here. It is a toss-up. I think you have to give Josh Allen respect because he's the best quarterback in the playoffs. But I think the Jags are just the better team, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It sucks, though. This is the 1 year that Mahomes and Lamar are not there. And it's like
fair enough.
Yeah.
And that's the year you got to take advantage of it, in my opinion, too. No Mahomes, no Lamar. You got Allen has to step up. But yeah, I agree. It depends on what type of Trevor you're gonna get.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to take. I'm going to take the Bills as well. I just think that this is the perfect opportunity for Josh Allen. I do think that, like you said, I completely agree that the Jags are like a well-oiled machine right now. But I just think that
lost in a while.
The playoff experience. What the Jags?
I think the Jags. Yeah, I think the Jags are on a 9-game winning streak. I could be wrong. I think they're on a 9-game winning streak. I think
9-game. I swear they lost something. I mean, they ended the season 13-4. I know that, but I didn't think it was that crazy.
Yeah,
I know they beat the Broncos too.
They're on a 9-game winning streak. That's crazy.
Oh my god, that's insane. But
yeah. Oh yeah. Also, Josh Allen's never won a road game.
Oh, he's never won a road game.
Yeah, I think that's what he said. This guy, yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, taking Josh Allen. I mean, that's fair. Like he's the best quarterback. So I mean, you always have to ride with the best player. So I kind of agree with that too.
Yeah. What about the last one? And we can call it an episode. Steelers Texans. It's going to be at Houston. No, at Pittsburgh. And like I think there was a stat that said, like my brother mentioned as well, that the Steelers or Mike Tomlin's never lost a Monday Night Football game or something like
At
that,
home.
or
At home.
at home.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's why I'm taking Tomlin. I'm taking the Steelers on this one. I think Aaron Rodgers. I hate to say this, like Aaron Rodgers has owned the Bears, but he does not lose on Mike Tomlin does not lose on Monday Night Football. When there's a stat like that, like because look, Mike Tomlin has never had a losing season. I think what Aaron Rodgers showed last week was that he still got it. Like I hate to say this, he still got it. And I think he'll do just enough. Just enough. It'll be an ugly game. He'll just do just enough to win this game. It'll be like the game is in the balance with 2 minutes left, and he'll go and get a game-winning drive. I think he got it. I disagree with that. I actually disagree with the Tomlin. He's been good, man. Like this season, he did enough to win that division. And look, I think they're not going to go far in the playoffs, but I mean, I think streaks are meant to be broken. Like you can say that about the Monday Night Football one, but he's also had a losing streak of 6. I don't think the Texans' offense is that good. Like, I just don't. I think the Steelers' defense will do just enough against this bad Texans offense. And I get their defense is crazy too, but I think Tomlin and the Steelers do just enough to win it.
I mean, for me, I feel like it's Texans, and I really want the Texans to win. I do not like Aaron Rodgers to win, and I was very sad when he found a way to sneak into the playoffs as the 4th seed against the Ravens. So I really hope the Texans put belt to them. But at the same time, it's so stupid. Like I hate the Steelers because they just get away with so much for no reason, and it's like annoying the high end talent, as people say. It's like it's so annoying. And I bet their fans are tired of it too. It's like they're like, I'm sick of this every year. It's the same song and dance, But I'm just gonna take the Texans for the sake of it. But yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the wild card predictions. Looks like crazy matchups too. Like you have another rematch potentially between the Eagles and Bears. Broncos Bills would be interesting. A rematch of last season's wild card game, I'm pretty sure, and then Seahawks Rams, a rematch of a really good game that happened.
Yeah,
and that there's so many good options. Like if this our predictions were to come to fruition. So, but yeah, I mean that's gonna do it. I think we made our predictions for that. Yeah, that's gonna do it for today's episode. Thank you guys again so much for watching and tuning into the chat. Appreciate you, Bearden Live, for coming and joining us on this. Was it Thursday or no? It's Wednesday night as well. I do appreciate that. Any final stuff that we want to mention before we call it an episode?
no, man, I appreciate y'all having me, and go Bears. Bears better win the Super Bowl. So everybody in the chat, if you're still here, you better brace yourselves for Chicago Super Bowl.
Oh, easily. That's my
Yes, sir.
Easily, right? We're winning the Super Bowl.
Hell yeah!
That's our year.
You got chat asking when's your next episode?
Probably after the game.
Typically,
Loki.
I mean, maybe probably after this wild card game because it's going to be like an emergency episode, depending on the outcome. But I usually episodes like this happen on Wednesdays and Thursdays at this time. So
this is a good Super Bowl. This Bears Texans.
Bears,
give me that. Give me that Super Bowl.
The Sunning Bowl, as they say.
No, give me Bears Steelers, Loki.
Oh man.
Dude. No,
Bears
please,
Steelers.
no. I don't want that. That's
give me A-Rod. Give me A-Rod.
Yeah, take
dude,
that
means, dude, that's the only way that
CJ was killed.
Little bro versus big bro.
Yeah, so true.
Yeah. Loki,
Anyways,
like who's the big bro now, bro? Like Loki kills the big bro.
Big bro.
Loki.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah.
But yeah, anyways, that's gonna do it for today's episode. Thank you guys again so much for watching. And as always, we'll see you guys in the next one.